Some of you may recall that a couple of my past speeches, I talked about my relationship with network marketing. In my speech, My Why, I talked about my disdain for network marketing and multi-level marketing programs. In my speech, My Turnaround, I talked about my conversion and what caused me to embrace a particular multi-level marketing program. Now, before you get the idea that I'm going to try to sell you on some program, let me put your minds at ease. I have no such intent. However, what I'd like to do is discuss with you and explore with you the reasons why so many people have and continue to embrace network marketing. Now, before I continue, I want to ask a couple of questions. Number one, and should I show of hands? How many folks here have been introduced to a network marketing or multi-level marketing program? Okay, also by a show of hands. How many folks here have, excuse me, not only been introduced to a program, but have explored that program through attending a presentation or sampling a product? Now, as you can see, multi-level marketing and network marketing is everywhere. According to the Direct Selling Association, there are over 2,000 multi-level marketing companies in America alone. Those companies produce over $28 billion annually in revenue. And there's estimated 13 million folks that are involved in these programs. And that's in America alone. Now, I bet if I continue to ask you questions about your introduction to these programs, you'd find that you probably have been introduced to different programs and that the products vary across, many different product categories and industries. Now, my wife, the network marketing concept is really pervasive now in our daily society. My wife works for a company who has a program where if she were to bring a person for a job, and the company were to hire them for the job, she would get a referral bonus. And that concept is a network marketing concept. Now, reasons why people continue to go to these programs include the idea that several of the most famous and wealthiest folks in our country and around the world support and are fans of these type programs. J. Paul Getty is the founder of Getty Oil and one of the wealthiest fortunes in our country, famously said he would rather make 1% off of 100 people than off of the efforts of 100 people rather than 100% of the efforts of his own. And that's a cornerstone principle of network marketing. Donald Trump, TV star, real estate mogul, that said network marketing has proven itself to be a viable and rewarding source of income. Robert Kiyosaki, famed author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, says, look for and build a network of people that can help you distribute viable product to the marketplace. And he says the richest people in the world look for and build networks. He says everyone else just looks for work. And then also, if you look at Warren Buffett, who's the second richest person in the country, he's reportedly the owner of a network marketing company and has invested in others over the years. But closer to home, you deal with the idea that the economy is in shambles. Unemployment is escalating. And retirement plans are going to pot. And those are reasons why folks continue to strive for additional sources of income and additional sources of financial security. There's a common theme in network marketing that says build a financial fortress around you and your family that nothing can penetrate. And so taxes becomes another issue that with the tax benefits that owning a small business can offer you. You can write off your home office deduction. You can write off things like mileage. You can write off health care. There's all types of benefits from a tax standpoint that benefit small businesses that when you become an owner in a multi-level marketing or network marketing program, you can also take advantage of. And those are key reasons why folks continue to pursue this as a way to create financial stability in their lives. Now, to be fair, network marketing is rife with controversial programs. There's an extremely high rate of turnover in the business, and not everyone has the aptitude nor the skill set to own their own business. But for my money, the economy in the shape that it is in, with unemployment continuing to rise, with our retirements being in question, every able-bodied person ought to be pursuing additional streams of income. And multi-level marketing and network marketing is the easiest thing.
It was an honor to be evaluated for Jerome. He is in his 8th project, and I don't believe I've had the chance. It's an opportunity for me to listen intently to what he's saying. And I didn't even have to try, because from the beginning, he engaged the audience. He engaged me. He asked me, has anybody heard of this thing I'm about to talk about? And then he said, well, how about the next level? And he just started to explain how many levels there are in multi-level marketing. So he had us from the beginning. And in case you didn't remember his past speeches, he gave a quick summary. Some of us may not have seen all of his speeches, but we certainly know about them with his great summary. His challenge today was to work with visual aids, be comfortable, and use them effectively. And I certainly think that if you don't use them effectively, they can actually be hurtful to your speech. Jerome understood that, and therefore he used great content in his presentation. He relied on great sources, pretty famous sources. Donald Trump. Has anyone not heard of Donald Trump? Or maybe the author of the Rich Dad Poor Dad series. So that was an effective use of the presentation on the PowerPoint. He is such an engaging speaker. He was unable to expatiate today because of the use of a laptop and having to click. I would suggest a combination laser pointer and mouse clicker that I've seen online for about $20 for a next speech. It allows you, the engaging speaker that you are, to walk around and use that at the same time. In addition to the positioning, Jerome's speech could be improved and more effective if he would change the vocal variety during the speeches. And an interesting tip with presentations is to do it as you move the slides. Usually just practicing that timing is very effective when you can make your point and switch the slide at the same time. My favorite thing about the speech is the conclusion. I mentioned the intro, the body, now this conclusion that he gave us was an inspiring one. That's a great way to end any speech. Doesn't matter what your objectives are, visual aids or being funny. If you can conclude as well as Jerome did and inspire us to look into this as a supplemental income, that's a great thing. And in fact, in today's economy, you're doing a great job for us, really helping us. So we appreciate that. You had great content in your PowerPoint presentation, and I would suggest varying your vocal variety some more to make those points more punchy. But a great inspirational conclusion was what I'm going to remember and take back from this room. Congratulations. Mr. General Evaluator.